Alright, so wheel well's in. This is where I'm going to weld it at. I had to weld a nut onto this clamp, this big C clamp, to be able to push on this outer lip instead of smashing this piece in. That worked out pretty good. Got to clamp down both sides. And then I'm pretty much just going to spot weld, move the clamp over, spot weld so I finish it all the way around. And that's it. I think before I weld this in place, I'm going to do like a fit check with the quarter panel. Make sure it's actually where I need it to be. It's all welded on. Took about 45 minutes. I still got to do that, but I'm gonna wait until I get this wheel off, and then I'll finish welding those 3 holes. Kind of welded like shit. Not really happy with it. This coating that I put on, I made a mistake thinking that it was weld through, and it's definitely not. It made it very difficult to weld. I was able to get better welds after cleaning it, but I could definitely tell just by hearing it, the way that the puddle was like forming, just it's not right. So I'm gonna grind a lot of these down and re-weld them. It does look like it has good penetration all the way through though. Let's see. Most likely it's fine, but I'm not going to risk it. Alright, we got the wheel well in, the lower plate, that's in. We're going to do the rocker next. Had to grind all this coating back down and put some weld through primer on it. Yep, so we'll do the rocker next, and then we'll come back and grind all those welds down, make them look good, re-weld any if I have to. And we'll do the same. We'll grind all this down too. You guys seen, test fitted the fender. Fender still lines up, so we're good to weld all the way around. Pretty much just kind of test fitted this, put in some plug welds, made sure that it didn't move on me, and then now that I confirmed that, we're good to weld all the way around this. After we finish that, we can go to this plate right here and weld that on, and that pretty much completes this side. Most of these welds I'm probably just going to grind down later. I want to get all this on and weld it in so I can take this framing out and get it on the rotisserie before I have to go back to work. That's the plan anyways. So I got these big C-clamps. I took some coupon plates and I TIG welded it. It's pretty good for this job. It actually kind of making it easy. And pretty much all I'm doing is just clamping top and bottom and I'm making it so I'm following this inner lip, making sure that we're even all the way across. And yeah, worked pretty good. I'm happy with it. I use this on a different job. I can't remember exactly what, but definitely handy to have around. I don't know how else you would do this. I don't know. I mean, I tried using like normal C-clamps, you know, like this, and they just kept sliding off. So this works pretty good. That's done. Man, my knees are killing me. Slip is way too long. Looks like 3/8 too long. So we gotta trim this down, get this to fit right. The thing was a pain to get it to line up. Passenger side did pretty good for the most part. All the way around, I can get an even gap between the two lips. But with this one, outer lip, this outside flange here, was just way too long. I think it was like 3/8 long. So I had to take 3/8 off of it to be able to get this to come up more. And I had to use a pry bar on this backside to be able to get these lips to line up. And I think we're there. Everything measures the same on that side. Something else that was throwing me off is this wheel is kicked out on the back. This toe is in on the front. And it actually like caster alignment. I don't even know if you can adjust the caster on the back of these cars, but this wheel is too far forward compared to that right side. I don't know if it's just because of the way that I set it on this these blocks of wood here that's throwing it off, but it definitely threw me for a loop. So basically all I did was I lined it up with the inside lip for this inner wheel well, and then I measured from the end of this all the way to a point that should be the same on both sides. And yeah, so that's where we're at. I'm gonna weld it up. Probably just gonna tack it in place so I can take these clamps off for today, make sure it's actually gonna stay here, and then go to bed, wake up tomorrow, and start again. This is 1/8 inch too thick on this side, or too long. This is 1/8 inch too short compared to OEM. So this is pretty much sticking off 1/8 inch over. So we're gonna cut 1/8 inch off right here so we can bring this down. Alright, so got everything welded together for the most part. Wheel well is done, the lower dogleg plate is done. Just working on this rocker now. I got it clamped around where it should be at. I'm basically taking this as a reference off of the old one, marking a few spots that I measured to make sure that this lines up pretty much where this was before. So everything lines up here. I guess some more information on how I got my measurements. I took off of this crease line here to the end of this plate on the old one, marked it where it should be at, and then I also put this on the old piece that I drilled out on the rocker, lined up these holes where I had the drill marks, and then measured this line and where it was at on this bracket. So with that mark there and this mark there, lines up exactly where it's supposed to. Lines up with this pillar. So I know that's for sure where it's supposed to be at. We're good there. And yeah, now I got it clamped all the way around. I'm pretty much just using this tool to make sure that these two lips line up properly, and pretty much what I'm doing. So I'll line it up, clamp it, line it up, clamp it, and just working my way down. Everything lines up except right here. I still have to do this spot. And then, yeah, if you take like this actual rocker and just set it up, it sticks out probably that much on top and bottom. So this has to be kind of smushed a little bit. Alright, so we got everything finished. We got the rocker panels installed, new dog leg plate, got the wheel wells, got the passenger side done too. We still got to do like the pillars in the front. Once we get that installed, then we can put it on this rotisserie. Get it up on the rotisserie, and then we can take the front rear suspension components off. We'll get those off, and then we start sandblasting. Get everything inside cleaned up. Get it all painted, put some insulation down, and then we're also going to do the front. We get all this stuff sandblasted. Probably going to have to fix some rust over in that area, and then we also have that spot we got to fix too. Yep, exciting things, getting closer and closer.